Hey, bitch.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How are you feeling? How's your week been so far?
Well, it's another week, a doozy of a week, and we are back to share our
Not a
story,
doozy.
our tea, our testimony, and everything in between on Tripped Out and Crazy.
Yes, here we are. I'm Chaweenie. This is Taryn, your girl, Taryn. I was
Yeah,
still trying to think of like a intro for you, but
I know. I feel like Taryn is so hard to have a nickname for, where it is what it is. It's just Taryn.
yeah.
Okay, so how was your week? Last week we talked about your issues with your car, which the people will hear about. So
Yeah.
do we wanna touch back
Um,
on that? What's going on?
yeah. So for the people that didn't get to hear what happened, um, my car was hit by another car in the parking lot at work. Um, and so it's been in the shop, and I got a phone call yesterday that it is a total loss. So,
Oh, does this mean you're gonna keep the minivan and be buzzing around in them Hot Wheels, or what does this look like for you?
no, babe. So I got a call or a text after that, and it said it was the other girl's insurance, and they said, "Okay, well, you'll have to drop off the other car to Enterprise by the 8th, or you can pay the daily amount
Ew.
out of pocket." So I'm in the middle of that. I'm still keeping a positive attitude about it, but it definitely was hard seeing it today in its full Skeletor debut, fucking ripped apart.
Truly. Did
Uh,
they say how much the damage was?
they just said that it was way above.
The value of the car?
Yes.
Mm.
And so let's just put that into perspective that I was driving normal speed and got backed into, and the damage was so severe that it cannot be fixed.
Yeah, she, like, reverse T-boned your ass.
Yeah, so I mean, yes, I got emotional today when I saw the car, but it isn't, and it is a thing that it is out of my control, so I'm keeping it pushing, but girl,
I mean, yeah, that would shake, rattle, and roll anybody, honey, outside of just being smacked into when you're not ready
yeah,
for it.
like I got my stuff out of the car today, I kissed it goodbye, got home, took a nap until you got home, literally woke up right when you said I just got home a little early, and so I'm sitting here with fucking hair on the side of my head, and we're doing the damn thing, diva.
Word. You can sleep after you take a nap this late in the day? Like,
Oh yeah,
at nighttime? Hell yeah, bitch. You were one of the chosen ones because the way that sleep be evading my ass with this offspring, honey, like, oh, it ain't even that's why that woman at the Walgreens, like, touching back on my story that I dropped last week with I almost got in that tussle. That's why that lady called me slow, because the way my brain is not firing on all cylinders lately, she was probably right. After some reflection, she was sure probably right.
well, I will say, uh, well, normally my sleep has been pretty messed up, but I've been so exhausted here lately, and I don't know if it's because of all these trials and tribulations, but um, we're
It'll
gonna get
take it
past them.
right out of
We're
you.
not, I'm not gonna let them define me.
No, absolutely
So,
not. So what are you gonna do for a car? You
girl,
gotta
that
figure that out?
we gonna find out. We finna see is the next motto. We finna see.
I know that's right.
FINNA C.
If I can make it a suggestion, I think you need to become one of those Ultima girlies.
I think that's what is happening, but nature's trying to make it happen on its own, and
Truly.
I just need to accept the fact that I need an Ultima.
I think so too, because it's just in your cards, you know what I mean? You drive like you're an Ultima girly. I think that that's why this has been happening is because You ain't in an Altima.
Well, ultimately, I think that's what I need to be doing. I honestly feel like if I sat down and got my tarot card reading, the card would have an Ultima on it.
So, I have a proposal. I think once the pod gets on and popping and we get back to our usual scheduled programming, which we're already doing, that we need to do Chaweenie and Taryn Take the Town, like a little segment, a little videography, a little vlog, if you will, and do random fun shit, like get our tarot cards read, get our palms read. Um,
Oh my god, that sounds like so much fun. Yes, actually, we should do that. I
yes.
just can't do no like what. I don't need no bitch to tell me when I'm gonna die and how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, no. I don't wanna hear, like, any weird premonition thing, and also, if you got bad news, keep that shit to yourself. So
Keep that shit to yourself. I did watch the Met Gala last night on I watched the program, the whole 2 hours and 30 minutes. Um, and so we're sitting there watching it. My boyfriend was like, "You know, have you seen that meme about Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, how they look like now?
Skeletors,
One of them looks like one of them looks like a witch that knows how you're gonna die, and the other one looks like when knows when you're gonna die." And I said, "That's the strongest tea I've ever tasted."
you know, like, from peak childhood from those girls, I'll always be a fan, but they do look different now. See, that's what I'm thinking. Like, the body positivity has swung the pendulum has swung all the way the other way, and now everybody's on some kind of, like, GLP-1 or a weight loss kind of thing, which is
Yeah,
cool, do you. But I think that people take it too far, and they be looking, like, sometimes wild on that shit.
I know, I know. You need to have a friend to tell you that it's time to hang it up.
But, I think that that's the same thing where it's like, if you have never really been uber thin like that, I think it's an addiction just like anything else. Like, you just push the limit. Like, for sure, body dysmorphia. But
Oh, girl, 100%.
it is
Once you start seeing yourself lose the pounds, you're like, "Oh, I
but
wanna slip through the fucking cracks. I
and
don't need
they're
an elevator."
literally they're about to though. Like, these people look emaciated, and it's almost to the point where it's like, and I never wanna comment on a person's body or something like that because you just never know, but it's like cause for pause and almost concerning seeing some of them where it's like, you don't look well anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I say the same thing, and, like, I also too, like, don't wanna comment. I'm trying to be a better individual, but last night, the shade I threw while I was in two-day-old clothes, I
Oh,
smelled like a Vidalia onion,
yikes.
and I'm just sitting here just shitting on these people.
Well, I did not watch the Met Gala, but I did look at the recaps of some of the fits, and I don't know how I feel about them.
Did you have a favorite?
No, but I haven't, like, all the way gone through. I feel like Kim K, I love her as a blonde. I love the shoulder length hair. That was giving. I did like the look. I feel like Kris Jenner came through in her bob. I did not like Kylie's outfit.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I think this is the first Met Gala where I liked 90% of the looks versus the
Ooh,
opposite.
nice. And then I saw where everybody was going after Cardi, and they said that she looked like she was a small intestine.
She did look like, an art exhibit, or she looked like you know at Chuck E. Cheese, the globe you always wanted, the little, like,
Yep.
globe that, like, lit up different colors, but you'll never get the 2.5 million tickets you need to buy get it?
Yes.
It's kind of like she looked like that, and I hate to say it, but, she
I
was in the, like, 5% category or the 10% category of the looks I did not like.
I couldn't even get past the dress because, baby, the body was giving. I said, "That ass. Oh my god, I'm no better than a man."
Well, sometimes that's all you need, girl. Sometimes all you need if you got the body, then, like, fuck the clothes. I
Literally,
mean, I've
like,
seen it, we've seen it.
literally, she's like, I just love her, her energy, all of her. But yes, the dress, it wasn't my favorite, but her in the dress, I said, "Who even cares about the dress? We're literally looking at
Mhm.
the body." 'Body. 'Cause. Um, yeah. 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 Yes, but Whoa, baby, baby.
Wait. Also, too, can we talk about how like it's feels like it's November 17th today?
And it's freezing cold. Are you smoking a cigarette?
We can't get rid of all of our vices at once, girl.
That's where it sounded like a Lil Wayne song with that many lighter flicks, bitch.
Girl, I started like thinking about this car and I said, you know what, let me step outside for quiet for a minute.
I was
I hope nobody I'm so happy I don't have paparazzi on me because I swear to God, the amount of like oh my God, the amount of pictures that would come out.
That's hilarious. Um, I said the other day, I was like, "I sure miss smoking a cig."
Mm. Well, it started with vaping and you know, vaping is the gateway drug. So I just
Truly.
I'm
Truly.
like, I mean, I still haven't drank, so I'm like, if I can't drink, and especially with all this tea that's been popping off, then, you know,
We gotta have something. I know. I know.
just like one little puff here, one little puff there.
That's good.
Um,
See, I'm not that kind. I would be if I took one little puff today, I'd be on a one of those throat box commercials tomorrow.
oh, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. You would look like what is that movie called? Pinhead.
"Yeah,
You would like one of those cyberbots. I don't know what they're called.
that's
Um,
exactly it." I'm
where
an
like
all
their neck
gas,
looks real fucked. Yeah.
no brakes kinda
Um,
gal.
girl, it's just. But other than that, the tea is. Uh, that's my tea. I I don't think everything has hit me yet that everything that's happened, but also too, I think I've handled it very well. So, I mean, we're just gonna keep it pushing.
That's all you can do. That is all you can do. Keep it moving. It ain't nothing but a thing that you will overcome. You've been through it and worse before, and you've come out all right, so this is just gonna be another little blip in the matrix, you know?
So, girl, now it is time to manifest that Ultima. Um,
Yes.
what is the craziest thing? Did anything crazy happen to you this week? I have to know.
Crazy happened to me?
Any other people go off on you?
No, thank gosh. Because honestly, truly, I felt like I was undeserving of that ash chewing I took at the Walgreens by that rude little biatch, but such is life. But no, it was a very chill weekend, I think. I was just productive with work stuff and, um, literally, like, now that I am a provider, a parental, like, I have no free time to do shit. So, like, I wouldn't even have time to dwell in my hardships because this baby keeps me so freaking busy. What about
Maybe that's what I need. Not a real one, but the ones they give you in high school.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, that shit, um, whew, it's just a lot. Like, it is a lot. So yesterday, we were supposed to record, but, that was the first time that I've done like, I've been with baby by myself all day, um, a lot actually, which is good. But yesterday, the mans was sick, and, so he just came home from work, was running a fever, whole 9, so we, like, quarantined away from him, and I'd been with baby all day since it was my day off, and if you're not a parent, I feel like you wouldn't kind of, like, relish like, you sometimes just need that hour when your person comes home and you're like, "Okay, take this baby, I'm about to get a bath, I'm about to do my shit," but I didn't
You
get
need your like little 15-minute breaks and your little lunch.
exactly, and sometimes when you don't get that, it's like, I'm just ready for bedtime. But, yeah, so he was sick, so I just kinda, like, did all the nighttime feedings, did all the bath stuff, which is cool.
What's he dealing with? Well, I mean, I say that because I mean, I was sick and I go to the doctor and now I feel like I have a PhD. But they gave me a fucking Medrol dose pack. Have you ever had one of those?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a steroid pack.
Ooh, did the steroids make you, like, stay up all night?
Girl, not only okay, so I used to be on like Adderall, or I used to take something that was like a stimulant that would
Yeah.
get me moving. No appetite. This is high functioning energy with the appetite of someone that hasn't eaten in 2 years.
I know. So, I don't know about that level of stuff, but I was on dosed steroids for a while, for that RA stuff, and I was like, so many people have that same response to that, but luckily, thank goodness, I don't have the appetite on those things like most people do, but they say you can gain, like, a shit ton of weight if you have to be on long-term steroids.
Girl, luckily this was just a 6-day little pack because and I'm on my final day, and I will say I feel way better than I felt before.
That's good. Did it just kick it
But,
for you?
uh,
Make you feel better?
yes, yes, like, I mean, the first day I took it, you take 6. So you take
Oh.
6, the next day you take 5, the next day you take 4, and then you just go down, you work your I took 1 today. So, yeah, I took it in the morning and I was like, "Who needs their house clean? Who needs, uh, who needs a ride to, who needs a ride in the minivan? Who needs a DD? I'm up all night."
Truly, that's just crazy. I've heard people saying that they like, if they go to the doctor and they know they're gonna have to get steroid stuff, they're like, "Do that shit in the morning or start your medicine in the morning because 'cause you're gonna be up at crackhead hours."
Oh, girl, I think I've watched everything on Tubi.
As you
I
should.
think I have
That's
literally
a
watched everything on Tubi.
anything that you care to share with the people, any recs?
Girl, all I know is if you like Bring It On, which I went and watched the first one, childhood movie, so funny. And then when you're older and you watch it after you haven't watched it in a while, you catch things you didn't catch a while back. That just makes it funnier. But I let it play through the sequels. Corny, corny boots,
Oh, the
Cornelina
sequels?
Jolie. I never laughed harder in my life. Almost ripped a lung from laughing so hard at how like badly acted and how corny this was.
Was
So there's one where she's like trying to try out and she starts doing like all of the flips and everything and they sped it up by like 2% and she's flipping so fast. You would have thought I was watching I was in here like in tears almost.
Did, Hayden Panettiere or whatever her name is she in one of those movies?
Yeah, girl, bringing on all or nothing, her and Solange.
Okay, that's what I thought. Is that the 2nd one or the 3rd one? How many Bring It Ons are there?
There's like 6.
Jeez. So I lost track after, um, Get the Door Tour.
Yes, get the door to it is, and it's, like, so cringe to watch the old one now when, like, they're stealing all like, they don't know they're stealing all these routines,
Yeah.
and then they work their ass off and end up stealing another routine from the, like, steroid out Spirit Fingers guy.
Yeah.
And they're like at that competition with the East Compton Clovers, and they're watching them just like do that routine after uh another group, and I'm like, damn, I have secondhand embarrassment
I
while I'm
know.
eating like 14 cookies from like a vendor in my bed, crumbs everywhere, just secondhand embarrassment
I love
of
that.
Route 44 Coke. Like, girl, I said, it's time to snap out of it.
Or snap back into it and hit a back bend and pick
Snap
those
back
crumbs up
into
out
it.
your
Yes.
bed and to live your best life. That sounds like the memes where they're talking about, like, you from your bed, eating snacks, being in, like, literal bed rot, and then you're like, "Oh, what an idiot. Who left a hair?" After they created a crime scene that you've been tasked to solve in your bed.
Meanwhile, I have 3 wigs sitting beside me
Truly.
and one that I left at the come and go. Like, it's like, I've got a lot of room to fucking talk.
Yes, no, we all do. Everybody's guilty of that shit. It's like that is probably what unites us all as a collective group of human species, is the fact that we all love a good bed rot, everybody's eating in the bed, and everybody is judging the shows that they watch. Oh, wait, I was gonna do something for the plot, but I got hemmed up at work last Friday. Okay, so people of the pod, I don't know if you're new here or if you've listened to some of our old shit, but I'm a very big fan of 90 Day Fiancé, and there's a local legend running around NWA from 90 Day Fiance. Are you aware of this person?
Yes. Yeah, is this Big Ed?
It's Big motherfucking Ed. And let me tell y'all, Big Ed, he's we've got some mutual friends in common. But it came across my desk that Big Ed is now a wine man, if you will. He makes his own wine. Not to be confused with a sommelier. This man is actually manufacturing bottles. So he was
I
at
am
the
damn, right when I become sober, I don't get to try Big Ed's wine.
truly, and, I don't drink, so but this came across my desk, and Friday, he was gonna be at Guess Who, and I ended up not being able to make it, but he said, "Buy a bottle, I'll be there. I'll sign your bottle, I'll sign your boobs." And I said, "What if we did it for the plot?" And I went up there and had Big Ed sign my titties.
You're lying.
But I ended up having to fucking work late, and then I forgot all about it, but I was like, "That would have been so funny."
We would have went and got it tattooed after.
Truly. I would have wanted to give him a sticker or, like, I want a sticker, a Big Ed sticker.
A Big Ed sticker, yes. I want something that, like, he's not giving away as merchandise. Like, I wanna,
Exactly.
like, sweep something from, like, his car or, like, take a tire.
Yes. The one time I saw him in his car, it's gonna sound like I'm stalking Big Ed, but I swear I'm not. We were on Regional Airport, and I was driving to work one day, disassociating over the bullshit I was about to have to encounter, and I looked to my right, and Big Ed was with his then fiancée, Liz, whom he broke up with at Boar's Nest, and let's talk about that. Where's the worst
Let's
place you
talk about Boar's Nest.
Yes. Where's the worst place you've been broken up with?
Um, um, I would say through text.
Really? See, okay. Let's dissect this. So, okay, breakup etiquette. How okay, do you break up with dudes more or do you get broken up with more?
Well, I typically get broken up with more because I'm mentally unwell, but, um, and I think they do it through text for their own safety.
Literally.
Um, no, yeah, I'm usually the one that's getting, slapped back to the bus,
You know,
but
there ain't no shame in that.
there ain't no shame. You know what all that brings is self-reflection. Self-reflection, and you go, "You know what? Yes, I was wrong. You are
Exactly.
right. You are right, actually."
I wasn't the
Um,
man for you.
yes, and I typically am not the man that I thought I was. Always a good, like, motivator to work out, though, after a breakup.
Oh, you're never your most fit. I mean, like, my six-pack has a six-pack after a breakup. But, what's it called? So, do you feel like that's a cool way to be broken up with or to break up with somebody is over text? What would be
No,
you hate it?
I think it's so disrespectful.
Okay, so you would want a phone call or a FaceTime or what?
I would want face to face.
See, okay, logistically I'm like, if we are long distance, shoot me a text, call me, whatever, you know. But if you made me drive, like if there was a scheduled hangout and you're like, oh, let's go to dinner, and I drove more than 30 minutes to do the hang, and then you're gonna break up with me, bitch, shoot me a text. Like, you know,
Well, I will say this, I feel like you would see it coming,
yeah,
and I think it's coming from, like, like a in my mind, it's coming from, like, okay, well, obviously, it would be something that was talked about, or it was leaning towards that, and then it just feels like, okay, it's time to meet up and, like, let's discuss it and have, like, a one-on-one conversation and, like, just go ahead and end it.
yeah.
Um,
What's there to
but if you're just gonna abruptly do it when we've been happy for, like, ever, then just call me, yeah.
see? And that's the other thing too, where it's like, I don't like the discussion. Younger Taryn, maybe, would be like, "Okay, yes, let's talk about it." But then I feel like it just gets too weird where it's like, "Okay, let's cut it." You know what I mean? You can't be my man anymore type shit. And then when there's, like, questions and things that follow that, it's so awkward. And then I literally just, like, I disassociated whenever I was in those things.
Yeah, you said, "Okay, Imma head out." Yeah, I feel that. Definitely don't want it happening at my place. I wanna be able to leave when
To
I wanna
leave.
leave.
That's where
Um,
that's where I fucked up. Like, I did it in a place where I live, so so now I'm just, like, awkwardly trying to push these people out the door, and I'm like, "Okay, goodbye."
yeah.
And,
Where's the worst place that you've gotten broken up with?
um, let me think. And I mean this in the nicest way, I don't know if I've ever been broken up with, but
Well, goddamn.
I also haven't, like, dated a lot though either,
That's honestly true.
because
That's
all of my boyfriends have been, like, long-term boyfriends. They stick around for a while, which I don't know what the fuck's wrong with them.
and when she says all of my boyfriends, she means 2.
2, literally 2.
In the
But
gay world, that's like, no.
exactly. I make it sound like I've had, like, 53 boyfriends, but no, I've had 2 boyfriends, one of whom is now my husband. But, when I was single in that interim and just doing my thing, I had these, I don't wanna call them leeches, but these these dudes that was, like, floating around my orbit, and I think they got it kinda twisted, some of that, where it's like, "Oh, this ain't that, baby." So I like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah, you said, "Also, this isn't even my number. I've been
Exactly.
messaging you off Kick, and now it's time to kick you out, baby.
Truly,
Bye-bye."
truly, it's like, "Go on with your bad self."
Is that what it's called, Kick, or
I
is it
have
called WhatsApp?
Oh, WhatsApp, I think is, those people that, like, you can talk to internationally on that bitch. I have no idea what a kick is, baby. I'm old on the
I am too. I
technology.
mean, like, I don't know it, but I've never understood people that have, like, an app when they have a whole ass cell phone to text.
Like, what is that? I automatically just assume you're shade balls. Like, that's the other thing too, and I probably could have had more boyfriends if I ever responded to DMs, but I don't fucking do that because I literally just assume you're, like, a space cadet. Like, you're just out here drifting through the algorithms, scrolling through multiple people, and just saying, like, regurgitating the same shit over and over to everybody. Like, I'm not saying good morning, beautiful to you. Like, shut the fuck up, you know? Hit me with some interesting shit. And
Hit me with some interesting shit.
yes.
So, yeah, I agree with that. Well, let's circle back to Big Ed and how you were like, "I'm not stalking him." I think it's a normal habitat for an NWA, um, what am I trying to say, like, local, that everyone kind of it's like, "Where's Waldo?" Everyone is always looking for Big Ed.
Oh,
I
truly.
remember sitting at that bar in downtown Bentonville, RIP. What was that bar called?
The dive.
The Dive, and, like, sitting there, and we would, like he would normally pass by the dive, and all of our friends would be sitting there, and we're like, "I wonder if we'll see Big Ed today."
I wanna see him only drive by on a scooter. Like, it didn't look right seeing Big Ed in a Malibu, but, like, if I saw Big Ed on one of those, like, Way scooters or whatever it is, I feel like that is fitting. Maybe I'm
See,
okay.
and I want a little bit more extreme. I want someone else driving the scooter, and I want him, like, sitting down on the floor of the scooter,
Yes,
holding on.
that's exactly it. That's exactly
Yeah,
it. Maybe we'll
and I want it
manifest
going
that.
at 90 miles per hour.
1,000,000%. But honestly, truly, like, my mind sometimes will think about 15 steps ahead of where I'm already at before something's already happened. So here's what I thought was gonna happen if I went to get my titties or a bottle signed by Big Ed last Friday, which I did
Yes.
not, but this is what I was thinking. I was gonna say, "Big Ed, hello." I was gonna hit him with the riz, as the kids say, And then Big Ed was gonna find me on socials, slide into my DMs that I don't answer, but I'd answer for him. And then we've got this whole little, like, banter going, and he's gonna be like, "So what do you do? Da 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 da." And I'm like, "Lucky you, Big Ed, who used to put mayonnaise on your hair. I do hair. So you come to my slick little studio and let's chop this shit up." So then I would snip Big Ed's wig, we'd cut up, and in that time that we're cutting up, I would politely have to let him know that I'm a woman of the women. I'm a girl's girl. And I would tell him,
Yeah.
"I don't like how you did my Lady Rose first season." Let him know I've been a follower since day one. Like when you went all the way over to the Philippines as a very grown ass man trying to hook up with this little teenager, and you embarrassed her in front of her family. You gave her a toothbrush and toothpaste and said her breath stank. All the while you're sitting up there with motherfucking crustated mayonnaise in your hair, just looking ridiculous on
I
TLC.
love a trap. I would wanna be involved. I would want that Game of Thrones shame, shame. Like, you
Right.
waterboard him with, like, the what's that, Barbercide?
Yes.
And you're like, "This is your god now," and it's me. It's me with, like, K-pop Demon Hunter shirt on, fucking a fly buzzing around me. "This is your god now."
And that fly is buzzing around you because you smell like Vidalia onions. Confess.
Vidalia onions because I watched the Met Gala and realized, "What's a shower?"
And do you realize, people listening, that that is how comedy works? We just did a full circle bit. We brought it back to the punchline. But, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I knew that, like, Big Ed then might feel, like, a little bit like, "Who the fuck is this bitch talking to me like that?" Like, "Girl, check yourself before you wreck yourself." And then Big Ed and I might get in a little bit of a tizzy because clearly that's on my radar now from my Walgreens experience. And then I automatically thought, I was like, "Damn, Big Ed would go leave me a shitty Yelp review. Then we're going to be on like a TikTok battle, which I don't even have a TikTok, but we're going to be internet beefing me and Big Ed." So all
Honestly,
of
I kind of
I mean,
want that to happen.
it could be tea. All of that to say, I don't know if I should shoot my shot with Big Ed and being my friend.
I think also too what would be so fucking funny is if he was like, "Wait, were you the lady that I signed the titties?" And then I, in a deep voice in the back with a wig on, go, "That was me." And I literally walk up with my double Ds because I'm telling you, these meals that I've been getting, these meals on wheels, everything that I've been eating, these Tostina pizza rolls and everything, I've got some pretty big, nice jugs right now. I would say that was me. That was me.
Yes,
And
and I
I
want you
look
to
like the bartender off of Shrek. "Hey, handsome." You know who I'm
dude,
talking about?
yes, tell me why the Shrek is on downstairs for the baby right now.
As it should. Every single one of those movies are Oscar worthy and probably the best cinematic experience I've ever witnessed in my life. The second one is iconic.
They are funny. We've been rewatching them with baby. But you know what I did put on last night or yesterday, and talk about a blast to the past? It was James and the Giant Peach, and, um, did you ever watch that, like, 1996 version?
Used to love that movie, too dark for me to watch now.
So same. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I loved it as well, but those 2 sister witches now who like the Olsen twins, they wild, crazy, crazy. And then he gets those like magic worms that look like rotini noodles, and then it makes the
Oh, I
peach
forgot about those.
and he
I
drops
always loved the pirate fight scene.
yes. And then the rhino coming out of the sky. I was like, "Damn, I can't believe this was a children's movie," because it is kind of terrifying.
It's pretty dark, and, like, I don't know what it is, so I can watch, like, The Terrifier, where he's, like, ripping necks, ripping limbs off, crazy shit. Like, I love anything like that, but there's something about a show that's supposed to be, like, family oriented or, like, it's categorized as, like, a family film, but it's dark, kind of like Coraline, that I cannot watch now as an adult because it just hits me a little too hard.
That
It
makes
puts me in a dark headspace.
that's I don't watch anything scary. Like if it's not reality TV or funny, like Game of Thrones, that's out of my realm. And we've been rewatching that and we watch like an episode or 2 every night. So it's taken a while. We're finally now on season 7. I've never seen season 8. So
Uh,
it feels like a new show rewatching this because 'cause it's been so many years, but
so
that
cunty. Season 8 is ass, but I it's such a good show, and it's
yeah,
probably one of my favorite shows that, like, I let the downfall I just let it happen, and I let it play through, and I'll always defend it out of just being completely I don't know the word I'm looking for, in denial,
yeah.
but it is a great show.
That's one of those, like, all of my clients, the guys in the chair were telling me that it's like, "Oh, it's trash, season 8." But I don't go into anything with expectations when it comes to shows or TV, where it's like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I think that is, like, because I'm such a fan of reality TV that it's just you know what I mean? It's not super scripted, but if you have, like, more weight in the game and you're really looking forward to this written show or whatever it is, I could see where your expectations might be, like,
Yeah.
you want more from it.
Oh, because you still haven't watched Euphoria yet.
"Yes, I did, bitch. I'm up to date. Let's talk about that."
Oh, let's talk about it. Okay, speaking of high expectations, people are shitting on it. I like it. I'm sorry.
So, I same, internet was house divided. Everything I was reading, I was seeing people kind of talk trash on it, which what were you seeing people say? Because I've only seen people talking shit on Sydney Sweeney.
I've seen people talk shit about Sydney Sweeney. I've seen people talk shit about how it just is completely different, how a lot of things don't make sense, a lot of things don't add up.
What do they mean
Um,
completely different? Because I feel like this is exactly what I would think Euphoria is.
Well, I think what they miss is, like I mean, I do too, is, like, they miss, like, Labyrinth, which, I mean, he did make the show, like, his music is iconic, and I don't know if you saw his post, but he was like, "Fuck Euphoria, fuck Columbia Records, fuck everybody, I'm out." And so, he did make the show, and then my roommate Emma did have a good point to where, like, Euphoria had this, like, neon dark kind of vibe to it to where this I will say this season does feel very Quentin Tarantino.
I could see that.
But I like it. It's a switch up. I mean, there are things that I also too like thought about after I watched it that kind of I'm like, but with what they were giving and how many people left or how many people like passed away, like I think what they've given us is pretty solid.
Oh, I like it, and I think that it shows, like, a good age progression where it's like you don't wanna keep doing the same thing that you've done, and then this is also supposed to be, like, 5 years later or whatever. Um, so I think it's I have no notes. I'm a fan. I like it. I feel like as cringe as Sydney Sweeney is, it's very on brand for her and
It
Cassie's a
is.
character. I'm loving Maddie. Is it Maddie?
Yes, love Maddie. I haven't seen Sunday's episode yet, which I'm watching tonight, but, I finished with, and this is spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it yet, pause now, go watch it, come back. They just clipped Nate's toe completely off.
Ooh, and it looks so nasty how that blood gushed out of there. Um,
I also don't think Angel is alive.
who?
Angel, the stripper that they sent to rehab,
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think so either. There's some shade there. And I don't know. Like I'm super curious to see. We'll talk about this after you catch up because I don't wanna spoil anything for you, but the next episode is pretty crazy, and I'll be curious to hear what you think about it, but, yeah, I think, I'm digging it, and honestly, truly, I did not like I'd go as far to say as, like, I like this how this style is going better than I did last one where they had the musical shit happening. I'm just not a fan of musicals.
yeah, I think season 2 was the most triggering and the most, like, dramatic and the most, like, real. Um, I think it was the hardest to watch and not in a bad way, but, like, when the mom flushes all the drugs and
Mhm.
she's, like, just losing her shit on her mom and, like, slamming shit and breaking shit, like, all of that hit a little too real. This one seems a little bit more like comedic relief.
Yeah, I think so. It's just a different because it's, like, still heavy topics and stuff, but she just seems like she's kind of in a different headspace. Rue. But
Baby, that when I say this is the grossest though, when I tell you the dog licking the shit off of the leg and then them swallowing those balls, like I was gagged.
ugh,
Like I was gagging. And then that like imagine one breaking, baby, you're done.
you're
Like
dead.
you're done. You're not like Lucy, that movie Lucy
Oh, yeah,
with you're not that. You're done. You're cooked.
because that was straight fentanyl in that shit too, and, it's
Straight
just
fentanyl on those bag balloons.
it looks like the size of a literal garlic cube or something, like a big garlic bulb.
Swallowing that?
Bleh. Ugh,
Yeah.
yeah, no. There's no way. There is no way.
I will say I think they did a pretty good job so far with Eric Dane's character kinda making him a drunk with
Yeah,
his medical condition.
yeah,
I think it made it seem like his acting, which is unfortunate, but it's hard to watch, but with you knowing in the show that he's an alcoholic and
yeah,
all these things, it kind of eases your mind a bit, but it is very sad. But I don't know. I think it's a win for me, and they are saying it's the last season. For everyone that hates it, watch it, don't watch it, I don't care, but so far, I love what I see.
yeah.
It's good.
I'm a fan, I like it, and I was gonna wait till they were all out, and I still wish I kind of would've, but it got to the point where I'm like, "Okay, there's 4." What are we getting 8 episodes?
Yeah, I mean, it's going by so quick, and I kinda felt the same way. That's actually a lie. Once a show comes out, I'm there every Sunday. Like, when House of the Dragon comes out next month, I will be there front and center, hour before it starts, staring at a blank TV. But, um, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
You lost your train of thought. See, I was waiting on it, and then it came through, and I just watched all 4 yesterday afternoon when I was chilling with baby, but, what do we think about Nate and Maddie? Like, do we I don't feel like Nate is the catch. So, Cassie and, like, that whole wedding night scene, that girl was on my nerves. Like, one, your husband is literally getting his ass whooped, drugged down the stairs, face smacked on the rail.
Looking rough.
You're sitting there crying over some dumb shit, and then, like, I get it, but I don't. And then I'm just kind of like, is Maddie what's Maddie's intent? Is it just to, like, make
Get back at her? I don't know. That is an interesting, like interesting way to look at it. Um, that I don't know. I'm interested to see what her, like, angle is. And also too, I think the only thing that really did throw me off is how she just kind of, like and I don't know if I missed something, so if I missed something, then I can just sound ignorant and someone can point it out, but when Rue's working at that little gas station and then is her name Lori?
Yeah.
Just shows up randomly, I'm like, "Did she show up now just after 5 years of not having her money? Or was this supposed to be, like, weeks after her not having her money?" Because
No, it was
I woulda think that Rue would have been dead by now.
well, see, that's okay, so this is what I was talking with somebody about, and this was their theory, and I thought it was kind of an interesting take, but they're saying that essentially this is like Rue narrating the story post-mortem. Like, at the end of it, she's gonna be like, "And this is how I died," and you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, good point, good point,
So
I didn't think about it that way.
hopefully it's not that, but I kinda thought about that, and I'm like, "You know what? That'd be like a very Euphoria way to end some shit if this is gonna be the final season."
I know, and, like, it kinda does suck because they've introduced some really, like, strong characters, like, I love Alamo.
Yeah, I
What
do
a
too.
strong character. I feel like he could go for seasons. Or, Nate's boss, like, with it being if there are 4 episodes left, that's a lot to fit in
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be
with these
interesting
strong characters. Because
to
Alamo's a really big I think he's one of the biggest characters I think we've had on the show.
but I feel like on episode 4, which you haven't seen yet, you'll kinda see where it's kind of setting up for what could either be a really it could go one way or another with Alamo. Um, and then
Got it.
back to Ruby and in the smoke shack that she's working, I think that would be 5 years too, like current timeline, because Lori said that she owed her $43 million based on like that initial 10,000 collected 20% interest every month. And then
Yeah.
she's like, I'll settle for the 100 grand. So either Lori is like on pills and very distracted by her birds and not a good businesswoman and let that debt run up like that and could not find Rue, or she just
See, I have
like,
a really hard time believing that.
today's the day, and today's we're gonna go in here and clock this shit.
No, I think in a real life scenario, Rube would have been clapped pretty quickly.
Yes, but how they used Rue to work that debt off has been better than just killing her, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, Lori's a businesswoman, but I don't feel like she's as ruthless of a drug dealer, like a drug lord as the rest of them right now.
Yeah. Um, totally agree with that.
But she also
Um,
seems like she's a junkie a little bit.
oh yeah, she's unhinged banana boots. Like I'm cannot wait to watch this fourth
Yeah,
episode. I
you'll like the
am
4th episode.
but the wedding, insane. And also too, before we get off here, nobody dresses like that to a wedding, and that's what I love about Euphoria.
Oh, Jules, her whole titties was out. Her whole leg was
Everything.
out. Maddie, her booty crack was out. Everything was crazy. But then again, that could just be like that Hollywood kind of vibes, you know?
Yeah. I did read where people are like saying that that Hollywood is kind of putting a um what is that called? Like a humiliation ritual on Sydney Sweeney with this show to kind of humiliate her. But I don't know. That's an interesting take that we could also kind of get into once the season kind of pans out a little bit more.
I don't think so, because I feel like Cassie was kind of scandalous anyways, and it fits the storyline for what she's trying to do. And then it's like, either which way, that girl's laughing to the bank.
Girl, it's just nuts, banana boots crazy. I don't understand. I will say that Jacob Elordi does a great job at making me feel very fucking uneasy. So they chose the perfect actor to play Nate because he makes me uncomfortable and he's kind of scary.
See, I don't know. Like, I'm torn on him. I feel like he's an overrated actor, kind of like Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. But they like when they get in these characters, they do a very good job. But just like he was creepy to me in Saltburn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Saltburn was a. If y'all have, if no one on the pod has watched Saltburn, go watch that tonight. Fucking amazing movie.
Yeah,
Um,
that shit was crazy too. But he is a good actor, and I can't tell which way his is gonna go either. But they're setting him up, and it makes it seem like he's about to be in a very desperate situation. So it's like, what are we gonna do? You know? Are you either gonna go into the light or are you gonna slip into the darkness? But
yeah, it's about to be interesting. I cannot wait to see what happens, Diva. I can't wait to see what goes on. I There's so much I need to catch up on, and there's so many fucking good movies out right now that I have got to go see, and I want to see before they're out of the theater. I just got to get it together.
you gotta get it together, my friend. Well, is there anything you wanna leave the people with before we bounce up off of here?
Um, I'm going to say, drink your water, don't smoke cigarettes, and um, make sure you wash your ass.
Love that. That's very solid advice, friend.
What about you, Diva?
I'm gonna say take your vitamins, put a pimple patch on, and go be great at whatever it is you
Oh,
do.
also too, big shout out to Rob. Um, Washburn, he's the one that's kind of got us under his wing with this podcast. Been like diving deep into a lot of his other things. I got onto the website, which is God, my brain just went blank. It's well shit, girl, hold up.
Is it Rebel Without a Clue?
Yes, Rebel Without a Clue. There's so many. You've got Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon, Horny Little Book Club. You've got Mad Dogs, Open Heart Podcast, all of these different things. Just go get go see what you like, listen to it.
There's something for everyone on there, and the homie is doing big things.
And now we're a part of that little community as well with our podcast, and I'm so excited we're back.
Yes, it'll be good, and we in the presence of good company. We thank you guys for listening to us rant, rave, cuss, and fuss, and we hope you'll have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Yes, and we will see you guys next Wednesday.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.